Welcome back to Good Day Columbia. You know, the study of nonverbal communication is fascinating. How we communicate through gestures and touching and looks rather than the spoken word. Now, this morning on our Good Behavior segment, we're talking about how what you're saying without saying it impacts negotiating maybe a salary or even finding a new car. Gerald, what does good posture have to do with negotiating?
Well, the better your posture, the more confidence they feel that you have. So if you're all slouched over, then they're going to think that you're weak and they'll try to take advantage of you. And subconsciously, this all takes place. So it's like, maybe I don't have to give them the best deal because they're a little slouched
You're
over.
kind of already beaten down by life a little bit, perhaps.
That's correct. That's the way that they view it.
All right. What other stuff non-verbally are we doing maybe that we can non-verbally win a negotiation? Even a salary, because salary is important, you know? You get offered the big job and then they say, how about this number? And you go, nah. What can you do?
Well, whether or not you're in salary negotiations or whether you're buying a car or trying to sell, you know, some of your widgets.
Widget? You know, I've got a lot of widgets to sell. I got to be honest, Gerald Glascock.
That's true.
Okay.
And so they hand you the contract and they say, how's this look? Well, as soon as you take it, you take your eyes off of that individual, so you lose a tremendous amount of, you know, negotiation power.
Well, how do you do that? How can you read what they're offering you and keep an eye, like one eye on them?
You take it and you look at them and you say, well, tell me what this says, you know? And now all of a sudden,
interesting,
because you can read it, but you want to see their facial expressions and their body language, you know,
that's brilliant,
as they give it to you.
Right.
Because now you can see whether or not they're shrugging their shoulders, whether or not they're touching their face, you know, are they giving you the signs of deception?
I like this. Give it back. You tell me why don't you tell me what that number says?
That's right.
But couldn't that come off as a bit arrogant though, if it's done improperly?
So you're confident. If you're confident, then they're going to think that you're a little stronger, so they're going to want to give you a better deal. But then it's like, well, I'm giving you, you know, this great deal.
Right.
Well, as soon as you have an outburst, then the outburst shows that maybe they're not giving you as good a deal as what you think.
Because they're not in control of their emotions.
Well, not only that, but it's like, pay attention to what I say, you know, not what I'm giving you.
The classic misdirection, the magician's misdirection.
Absolutely.
Look over here at my elevated voice. Don't worry about the fact that I'm lying to you.
That's right.
Love it. All right, Gerald Glascock, the Southern Institute for Etiquette and Protocol, as always, my friend. Great stuff. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what this next thing says? Oh, that's right, you can't. I can see it, though. All right, I'll do it this time. You know, this time of nonstop tech toys, there's a major retailer. Instead of growing to meet demands, they're closing stores. When we come back, we're going to tell you about a new business model for Best Buy and what it might mean for the employees. I want you to stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'll be right here.
Taking a look at your consumer headlines at 8:28 this morning. Ford is teaming up with Dow Chemical to build lighter vehicles. The Big Three automaker is working with Dow Automotive Systems, a unit of Dow. Ford's goal is to cut 750 pounds from the weight of every car it builds by 2020. With the help of Dow, it hopes